Screen recording start.
Camera rolling. Screen recording on. 3, 2, 1. Action.
Hello everyone. Today let's do a live demo on AI, ML as well as Agentic AI. I'm very sure you would have not heard about Agentic AI yet, but I'm very sure that you would have heard about AI and ML. So now it is our priority to understand that what is the difference between AI, ML, and what does this Agentic AI do here. Okay, so with this prerequisite, let's begin our understanding. So I'm very sure you are able to see my screen. I'm opening Google Chrome. So now I want to show you, before I tell you the difference between AI, ML and agentic AI. So let's understand how industry defines it. To understand that, let's open up an image which defines AI, ML and DL. Okay, so here DL stands for deep learning, which is an extended version of machine learning. So, and I want this in image format. So I will click it and I will open up the image. So once I open up the image, here you see, I will open up probably this image to make you understand how each one of is interrelated. Okay, so here is the diagram. Let me cross this one, crop this for you. Okay, okay, let me open up that image for you. This is much better, right? Okay, so you see a bigger circle which defines itself as artificial intelligence, which means ability of a machine to imitate human intelligence. AI in a normal scenario is always understood as an application which sits on every top of the layer. So now what is application, which in normal terms called as app, is defined because of APIs, application interface, and AI will always be at the edge cases. When I say edge cases, it will be touching the interface of the customer. That's why it is edge cases. So in this case, artificial intelligence is something which will touch the customer at the customer end. That's why it is always mimicking the human intelligence. But we have to understand, as an technology enthusiast or an aspirant role seeker in the emerging technologies, how does AI function the way it is because of the backend. So backend, there are engines deployed, there are agents deployed, there are algorithms which are working to make sure that the defined task is performed accurately. And that is done through machine learning. So now how industry defines machine learning is algorithms to incorporate intelligence into machines by automatically learning from the data. So here two things. One, automatically deploy the machines. The second one is learning through data. So in this regard, we have to understand the difference between data and big data. Data is something which is a collection of set of information collected in the form of tabular columns, rows and columns. Rows represents number of records, column represent number of variables. And when you do slicing and dicing of the data set, you will get data. This is how data points, data set are defined. Now, what is the difference between data and big data? Any data will transform itself into a big data when the data points which are inside that data set displays certain characteristics, certain dimensions, and those dimensions have to have at least three, and it can go up to seven dimensions. And now, what are the dimensions of big data? They starts with volume, velocity, variety, visualization, value, veracity, like that. So as I said, it starts with volume. The higher the volume of data, which is over and beyond human capability to analyze, collect, and represent, that is where big data becomes evident. So that's when, for any machine learning algorithm, big data is the way how it is given as an input. Hence, machine learn machine learning becomes more easy when you input a big data. Now, what is the difference between machine learning and deep learning? So, if you noticed here, we are getting into the subset of AI as ML. Now, DL is a subset of ML. So, deep learning is within machine learning, algorithm that mimics human brain to incorporate intelligence into machines. But the difference between machine learning and deep learning is the algorithms which are used in deep learning are reinforcement machine learning algorithms. Now, what is this reinforcement machine learning algorithms? Where we will split the big data into training data set and testing data set. Most of the time industries split it as 70-30, where 70% of the training happens on the existing data, 30% of the existing data will be tested for the accuracy of the model. So that's where we will make the machine to learn on its own, which is called as reinforcement machine learning algorithm. That is where all the deep tech innovations are happening. One such use case around this is generative AI. Generative AI cuts across deep learning, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. That's why it is one of the most sophisticated new age emerging technology which everyone is using. So now you understood what is AI, ML, and deep learning, and you understood the product which is generative AI. One of the simple product on generative AI is ChatGPT from the company OpenAI. Now in last 2 years, uh, different LLMs have come in. For example, Microsoft has come up with Copilot, Google has come up with Gemini, Meta, Facebook has come up with Llama. So as many other like Anthropic, even our own Indian Kritrim from Ola. So what is that all of these generative AI is doing? They are only generating text based on the prompts given by the user. So let's do that. Let's find out what is that LLMs are there to offer us and how we as aspirant are going to utilize it. So I will show you one demo. For that demo, let me close this, and now I want to give you a demo on the difference between how ChatGPT works or any other GPT works and compared to that how Agentic AI works. So let's do that. So first let's learn how GPT works. For example, let me open up a Google Chrome for you. Now I have already installed a well-versed running GPT in my system, and I have been using it since November 2022. So I have trained enough, I have personalized my GPT enough to give me my accurate results. So here is ChatGPT. Okay. So now in last 3 months, the difference what has happened is always GPT stands for generative pre-trained transformers, and GPT always has been trained before. That's why it is called as pre-trained. And most of the time it is trained on Wikipedia, Reddit, Google search engines, and other normally publicly available data. So whenever you want to use it as a pre-trained model, this becomes as a standalone. When you want to interact with real-time data, then agentic AI, the agents within this GPT will kicks in, and we will create our own chatbot, and also will create our own agent and then find the difference. Before that, let me show it here. For example, I want to type in what is the favorite breakfast dish in Bengaluru. Okay, so my question is very simple. When I say what is the favorite breakfast dish in Bengaluru, it's a question mark. And I'm not saying that it is contemporary today or the most famous or popular breakfast. I don't know. My question is very simple prompt. Let me click enter on that. The favorite breakfast dish in Bengaluru is idli vada with sambar and coconut chutney. Yeah, more or less everyone will agree on this. And a timeless South Indian classic. So now most popular breakfast combos are idli vada, sambar, chutney, all of this fine. So this is what a pre-trained model will give me. So now instead of like now it is still a pre-trained model. Now my question will differ little bit. So now my question will be, what is the favorite breakfast dish in Bangalore today? Or I will say let that be now. Okay, so let's see how much difference this now makes here. it is searching the web. Means first automatically it will deploy the what? Pre-trained model. Now see, as of now, the most popular breakfast dish in Bangalore remains the classic masala dosa. Are you getting the difference? Since I use the token word now, it used the trained GPT first and then now it used the agent. Since it says now and we are in the morning hours of the day, hence it is saying masala dosa. If in case I would have typed the same question, instead of, let's assume that instead of breakfast, let me make it much more evident. What is the favorite food item in Bangalore now? Let's see what it says. It is searching the web. It says Bangalore favorite food item right now isn't just one dish. It is the vibrant street food culture where traditional, classic, and fusion bites compete for the crown. Here are the top 10 contenders. So let me see. Even now, it says masala slash benne dose, and then donne biryani, then street charts and snacks, then momos, then uttapam, then kadubele, aurebele, dose, all of that, and then mangoes, all of this. See now, are you understanding how at the back end this interface is working? First, it uses generative pre-trained, then it deploys the agent. So now let's do it our way. Let me, so I hope you understood. So I used only one uh, LLM, which is here ChatGPT from OpenAI. Let's do it from Gemini, how it differs. So let me close this for you for now. So now let me open up. So I will show you one industry use case here, which is, okay, let me go to the Agentic AI and let me take this demo file. Okay, so this Agentic AI demo file I will show you now. This is the Jupyter Notebook or Python coded Agentic AI demo, which I have already coded it for you. Now I will also use AI ecosystem file. Here, AI ecosystem file, let me take a conversational chatbot here. Okay. Okay. So I have taken out two files. Okay. So these two will give you the demonstration of what is the difference between AI and Agentic AI. Let's see what is Agentic AI is in store for us. So what I will do, and both are using Python as a source code, and the code which I have used is through Gemini. So let's see. So since I will be using Google Colab, which is freely available, even open source Jupyter Notebook is there, but Google Colab gives me advantage of using any dictionaries related to AI like TensorFlow, Keras, all of this easily because those dictionaries are created by Google Colab. Hence, it is just a preference of using Google Colab. You can still use Jupyter Notebook. It is up to you. Whichever Python platform you are comfortable, you can still use it. The only difference is you have to manually add the data set. You have to manually add the dictionaries. However, in Google Colab, this is inbuilt. The reason is very simple. Since the dictionaries are from Google, this comes inbuilt. So welcome to Google Colab. I am inside the Chrome in my login. This is my personal login. Hence, I will be able to directly open up my Google Colab. Okay. Here, I'm not using the new notebook. I'm using the existing notebook which I created some time back. So let me use this Agentic AI business demo. Double click on it. Okay, here is my notebook. Am I using any data set? The answer is no. Reason is we will leverage Agentic AI. This Agentic AI will create the data set of its own, analyze it with business insights. So that is where we are headed. That is the advantage. So now this is Agentic AI business demo. Jupyter Notebook file. Now let me read it out for you. This notebook demonstrates how agentic AI principles can be applied to business scenarios using autonomous multi-step task execution and decision making. Please understand, I'm not using multiple agents here. I'm using only one agent. To tell you, here I'm using sales agent. Now, what is the sales agent? I only created a sales agent to do certain three tasks for me. One, upload the data. Second, create a visualization. Third, write the insights based on the visualization. So these three tasks I want to be done by one agent. Hence, it is agentic AI, and all is automated and it is independent. So that's what I'm going to give a demo. So now use case, automated sales analysis agent. So so now, sir, this I can ask it in Chat GPT also. Chat GPT will do the task individually, independently. But we are making sure that the context what the agent learns through the sales agent, agentic AI, which I'm going to create, that is the differentiator. So let me do that. The agent will do load and understand the sales data, analyze the trends, provide insights and recommendations, generate visualization, and simulate the task chaining agentic behavior. That's why this is agentic AI. So let me do that. So I'm sure you are able to see my screen. Here, step one is, let me cancel this. This is coming in between. Okay. Step one is import libraries. Here I am importing the libraries pandas as PD, matplotlib, pyplot as plot. The reason is I want the agentic AI to do the visualization. Next, the Seaborn. The first one is it uses data as well as numbers, hence it is pandas. Then I don't know why, NumPy is here. So I've used NumPy to read the numbers. Then Matplotlib and Seaborn are the visualization dictionaries here. So now using Seaborn, I will set the style as white grid. The reason is the background should be white grid. So I've set the style here. So let me run this for you. It takes 30 seconds to run. The tick mark says that this code has been run. It's a green tick mark. So now the step 2, which is load a sample data, simulated sales data. And here data is a data frame and PD is pandas, which we are bringing in and into the data frame. So date, product, region, unit sold and revenue all works as a variable here. And we are using date range, start date, the periods is 100, the frequency is D. Now random choice A, B, C and size is 100. Random choice north, south, east, west as a region. Unit sold will be random using random integer 5 to 100 and size is 100. And the final dependent we are using here is revenue, which is lambda of degree of freedom, then unit sold, then random randit 100 to 500. So all of this is a data frame which will help me to create the data set. You don't have to worry how this code is done and all that. Even if you ask Gemini, it will do it for you and you don't have to worry on it. But my priority for you is you should understand what it has done. Otherwise, how will you edit it? How will you modify it? How will you make it much more user friendly or much more accuracy to improve that? So that is where you should understand what Python code is doing here. So then, as I said, revenue, month and head. Let me click on this. See, here is my data set and it will, since the head will give you only how much top 5. So if you want to see top 10, you can just rerun that. It will give you top 10 of it. So as simple, and it has created 100. So you don't have to worry so much on that. For timing, to save the space, I will not show all. I will look at only top 5. So here is my array 0 to 4, then date, then product ABCD, then regions, 4 regions, then unit sold, revenue and month. Okay, fair enough. So now here is my agent. So third step, I always say that in any machine learning, there are 3 steps required. One, input, the second one model, third is output. So input here is all your data set, model here is agent, and third is your output, which will you get. So let's learn that. So now I'm defining a sales agent. We defined data frame. Now I have defined sales agent. And this data, since the entire data set is inside this data as a data frame, all of that will be captured under sales agent data. So, and I will explain this code. Print, summarize the sales by product. then product, unit sold, revenue. These three dependents it will take. Then identify the best performing region, then visualize monthly revenue, then print. So see, I'm calling this as a sales underscore agent and the data which is inside it. So let me run this for you. See, it takes less than 30 seconds. Now look at this. As I said, the step one is summarizing the sales by product. It has given you visualization and it has used Seaborn and Matplotlib only. For example, the same thing if you wanted to do in ChatGPT, it would have taken 3 steps. At the same time, the chaining of the agentic behavior you would have not seen. But this is the advantage of using agentic AI in your learnings. So here is the summary of sales by product, revenue by region, and the visualization. The best part is yet to come. So see here, the step 4, which is business insight. Product A performed well in the north. Consider increasing marketing budget in that region. This is invaluable. Not only representation of the data, giving you proper visualization, but also the insights. This is where agentic AI is taking over the business, and this is incredibly valuable for any person who is in this business to make or take decisions based on this. That's where this agentic AI becomes very, very important for us. Clear? So if you ask me how much time it takes, 30 seconds for 3 times, within a minute, you are able to generate that data with insights. Now, for example, sir, here you had the data, GPT only created the data, hence you are able to conclude. You bring your data. You bring your data, just change the data frame and use the same sales agent with the same output, the summary of the data set, visualization of that, and the business insight of it. It will come automatically. That's the benefit of agentic AI. So now, since we learned agentic AI and our purpose was to find the difference between agentic AI and the GPT. So for that, what I will do is, now I gave a demo on agentic AI. Now I will create one small Gemini chatbot for you. Believe me, even I was surprised that an individual person can create a chatbot on his own, but now it is a reality. We will create one chatbot. So for now, let me close this. To close this, let me download a version for you. Okay, I will close this. So now let me create one chatbot. And to create a chatbot, I'm using Gemini as the backend, and I will be using Google Colab for the front end interface. So this chatbot will be a AI driven GPT trained chatbot. So let me do that. So for that, you have to click on Google Chrome, click on this. Now I will type in Google Colab. Okay. So I will upload the Google Colab file. So here, instead of agentic AI, I will use this, create a conversational chatbot using Google Gemini API. To create an agentic AI, I would suggest you can use either Copilot or Gemini subscription version because you need those agents to stay with you for longer, right? For example, I created one agent, sales agent. If you want that sales agent to be with you and continuously improve, then you have to retain that. What will happen is if you don't have the subscription version, then the probability that you will not be able to use it or improvise it over a period of time. That is the only obligation. Otherwise, I do not have any subscription. I continue to use what is available free and for learning and training purpose. So let's do that. So now I am in one of the Google Colab file wherein we are trying to create a chat GPT using Gemini API. What is this API? API stands for application interface. To create a Gemini chatbot, you need one API which should be triggered at the backend and to us here in the front end. To trigger the backend, you need a trigger link, and that is with me. And it is, as you know, that's the difference between Google and Microsoft. Google doesn't hesitate to share their API links with any consumers. Okay, so what does this require is this requires you to install Google Generative AI Dictionary. So let me click on this play button. It takes time because we are bringing the generative AI into this console. And with Google Colab, you get free RAM and free memory disk space, which is very good. So now a green tick mark has come. So you have allotted a RAM and a disk space. Now I have installed Google Generative AI Dictionary. Next, I will import Google Generative AI as Gen AI. So I told you, Gen AI is the cross sectional of deep learning, machine learning, and AI horizontally. This is the product of AI ML DL included in it. So I have imported Google Generative AI as Gen AI. Now replace with actual API keys. I told you this API key, how did I get it? This was available on Google Scholar and I have imported that. So I created this. So now everything what I use as a API will go through this. Instead of using a separate Gemini as a chatbot, we will use this interface to do our normal any prompting or any information search or any generation of text. So I used this Gen AI configure API underscore key AI. Now I will create a model. Model is Gen AI generative model. And here Gemini 2.0 Flash Thinking Experience 121 is what being used. Gemini 2.0 is available free, hence I'm using it. Then chat, model start chat. So like here the interface should understand when we are starting and when we are ending. For starting anyway, I will execute this, it will start. But for ending, I have given a command called exit. Okay, so print Gemini chatbot is ready, type exit to stop. So this is for those who start and leave it. If we don't close it, then it will continue to be available for you, and the probability of any virus getting created is high. Hence, we have to exit the chat GPT once to keep this key usable to anybody else who is doing it across the world. Okay, so I'm using Gemini chatbot is ready for this. Input lower. Let me click on this. See, it's ready. Gemini chatbot is ready. Type exit to stop. So now with how many steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 5 steps, a Gemini chatbot is ready and it is practical. You can use it. So what you want to know? Assume that already you have been enrolled for Alliance School of Business. So, but still there will be some questions. Let me search what is the fee structure structure for joining Alliance School of Business. Alliance School of Business provides BBA as well as MBA. Let me be more clear and precise. What is the fee structure? STRUCT spelling is wrong. Okay, structure of joining MBA in Alliance School of Business. Okay, let me click enter for it. Will it do the search or not? Let's understand that. Okay, it's working. What is the fee structure for joining MBA in Alliance School of Business? Here is your result. Okay, Gemini. Okay, the fee structure for MBA program at Alliance School of Business, Alliance University is detailed and typically includes several components. However, the most accurate and current fee structure, here is the breakdown of it. Typical fee component, application fee, non-refundable, okay, apply for the program, admission fee, one-time fee, tuition fee, other fees, examinations, and all that. Where are the numbers? Additional cost and all that. Okay. Okay. The chat GPT is acting smart. However, I will make it how much it cost an individual to get an MBA from Alliance University. It is acting smart, not giving a number and giving all other details, but I need to beat this. How much it will cost an individual to get an MBA degree from MBA degree. Okay, Okay, where is my result? See, here is I pushed the ChatGPT to give me this information. Adding to these components together, the estimated total cost to get an MBA degree from Alliance fall within this range. Okay, minimum estimated low program fee for a low living hostel and low other expenses is 15 lakhs plus 2 lakhs plus zero point 0.5 lakhs, which will add up to 17.5 lakhs, which is appropriate as per my knowledge goes. And maximum estimate with high program fee. Why? Because like at Alliance, we have a scholarship for underprivileged people based on the caste, where they come from, origin, and all that. And for international students, the fee is different. Okay, so maximum estimate for high program fee with high living hostel and high other expenses will cost 18 lakhs plus 5 lakhs plus 1.5 lakhs, which will add up to 24 lakhs. I'm happy with the output what ChatGPT has given me. This is on the admission process of Alliance. So let me find other things. Uh, See, we used Agentic AI, which will give you the current result, current all that. So let me ask ChatGPT, who is the president of America? Will it give the right answer or not? If you ask me, it will give the wrong answer because this is pre-trained. This doesn't capture the real data, what is happening around the world. That is the difference between AI and the Agentic AI. So let's try that. I'm very sure it will not say Trump. Trump has been what? He recently completed 100 days in administration. So let me see who who is the president of America. Okay. hmm. Result is up. Who is the president of America? The current president of United States of America is Joe Biden. This is where a normal AI or a chatbot fails. Everyone knows that it is not Joe Biden, it is Trump, and he is a member of Democratic Party. So now this is a just ChatGPT, which is already pre-trained and it is giving you the information. Let me try. Will it convert into an agent or not? Okay. So this Gemini doesn't have this ability to convert that into agent, but still I will push this ChatGPT or chat bot. I will say America now. Okay. So you remember in the initial session of this class, I used ChatGPT from OpenAI and said, what is the favorite dish in Bangalore? It gave the result. And I also asked, what is the favorite dish now? It gave the result. If I ask ChatGPT, who is the president of America now? It will give the right answer. The reason is the OpenAI ChatGPT has been enabled with pre-trained transformer as well as agents. So it will take the priority on the prompt and convert itself. But that facility or that feature is not available with Gemini for the chatbot which I created now. So let me click on this. Let's see. Hmm. Who is the president of America now? Gemini still says the current president of America, the United States of America, is Joe Biden. This is where I, as an individual, you as a user of any chatbots, has to understand this is always chatbot is always a pre-trained, whereas agentic AI. For example, let me ask this same question to ChatGPT. Okay, so I will go to my Chrome. It takes time because already Chrome is running at the backend. Hence, when I want to open it parallelly, this will take time because I am already put my chatbot into active mode, right? Yeah, it takes longer than what I thought. Let me close this so that let me exit this EXIT because the memory and everything is getting used. So let me exit this. Okay, it will say goodbye for now. Gemini chatbot says goodbye for now. So let me close this. Now let me refresh this for freeing up my laptop memory space. Now let me open the Chrome. Now see, it's so fast. Let me open up the OpenAI ChatGPT for you. And now let me type the same question. What is my question? Who is the current president of America now? Okay. So is the current. I made spelling mistakes also. But still it will take. See, the current president of United States is Donald J. Trump, who assumed office in January 2025, January 20th, 2025, as the 47th president, making his second non-consecutive term. See, now this is where ChatGPT and Copilot have come together to not only give the result which is pre-trained, but also the agentic one. That's why the world is moving towards agentic AI. So now let me open up a new chat for you and explain. Let's do, okay, what happened? What happened to Israeli and Iran war? Who won it? Will it give the result? The answer is yes. First, it searched the web, thought for few seconds here. The Iran-Israel wars were a rapid and intense 12-day conflict in the Middle East, not an ongoing war in the conventional sense, but focused military exchange and all that. On June 13th, okay, June 13th, strikes ended with a ceasefire on June 24, 2025. So now it used the pre-trained model, then it went on to the agentic AI from the copilot and give you the result. This is the timeline at glance. Okay, what happened on June 13th? What happened June 13 to 24 and June 24? Who won? So this is where the world is heading. And with this, what inspires you? It inspires you for you to create one agent for yourself. Okay, let me do a sum up for you. In today's session, I showed you what is the difference between a normal agentic AI and a AI. Then also I told you the difference between AI, ML and deep learning. And also I created one AI based chatbot which will only give you the result based on training. For example, Alliance School of Business fee structure. And when I asked for the current war or who is the president of America, it didn't give the answer because it is AI enabled. It is not agentic AI enabled. Now I opened up ChatGPT and asked the questions, it gives the result. And also for the agentic AI, I created one sales agent for you using Gemini. Now we'll take our learning to the next level. So we looked at Gemini as a platform and created sales agent. We used Gemini as a platform and created AI chatbot. Now let's leverage Copilot. So for that, what you have to do is you have to install Copilot Studio. So for that, you need to go to, you can do it on Chrome also, but I always prefer through Internet Explorer because Internet Explorer belongs to Microsoft and that makes things easier to save and all that. What you can do is you can type in download Copilot Studio. Okay. If it is Windows, you can do it. If it is Apple, you can find the download version and do it. So once you install, there are two things for this. Anybody can have 60 days trial version for yourself. And I have my trial version created here for the student learning purpose. So I will go here and here is my trial 60-day version of Copilot Studio. Let me click on it. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to create one Copilot agentic AI. So let's do that. This is Copilot Studio for you. This is in the environment of Alliance University. NM stands for Nandish Manangi. Now here is the home. You can create agents, flows, tools, whatever it is. Let me see. There is, okay. The advantage of having Office 365 license is your Copilot becomes free. And along with any licensed version of Office 365, you get Power BI services at level. Like if you have taken Enterprise level 1, Enterprise level 2, Enterprise level 3. With Enterprise level 3, you will get Power BI app, Power Automate, all of that. With enterprise 1 and 2, it is more of users. Higher the level in the hierarchy of the organization, even E2 will suffice. If you are at a team member level, then you have to have a E3 license at enterprise level. Now we are in academics, so we will take A1, A2, A3 licenses. A1 for all people who want to see just agents and all that, which will have only viewer access. A2 is viewer plus modification. A3 is where you can build your own copilot agents. So for now, I have taken trial version of A3 where I can build an agent. So for example, this is Power App, Power Automate, Power BI, Power Pages, Power Platform, all of this, Azure Cognitive Services, Azure OpenAI, all of this. Now, after Microsoft infusing 10 billions into OpenAI, both OpenAI is no more open, it is Azure OpenAI. So Microsoft 365 Agent SDK, all is available for free. I have created some of the agents before, but let's create a new agent now. So now I want to create an, like for example, if you want to look at the existing agents, these are the agents which I created for learning purpose. So let me create a new agent. So create new. So there are some templates given. For example, if you want to create a website Q&A, if you want to create a voice, if you want to create a safe travel, if you want to create a financial insights, benefits, IT help desk, weather. So these are the existing templates. Normally, I avoid using any existing template because it becomes stereotype. Let me create a new agent. So now let's understand a business scenario where you can create a agent. So to my knowledge, agents will be very helpful during travel purpose. So let's create a travel agent. And so, okay, but we have to name my travel agent. So let me do this. So I clicked on, I will go slow so that you understand how to configure. And this is zero code required. Nowhere we are doing any coding. It's just configuration. So name, okay. So name, I will click on this. So let me tell you, this is in the Copilot Studio. I am in the agent. You can either check your settings and test. Before that, let me create one. Click on this. Okay, it should become edit options. So let me click on settings. So it uses generative AI, all of this. Fine, fair enough. No questions on the settings. Let other agents connect to use this. If you want to create a multimodal agent, then response, whatever it is, save yes. Okay, leave this page. Now the edit button came. So now click on this edit. Now when you click on edit, yeah, so this is the agent, right? So I have this mm, normal tendency to calling it as alpha. Let's design a scenario behind this. Assume that I am a single person looking for weekend travels in and around Bangalore, and I want to create my own personal agent to assist me. So I call this as alpha agent, ALPHA underscore alpha, and this agent is designed for a purpose alpha weekend traveler. Okay, so I still call it as agent because I want it to respond to me. Okay, so it is alpha weekend traveler agent. Alpha is my you can say my business name. Whichever venture I create, I start with alpha. The reason alpha means alpha is very solo independent founder working to create a value for the business society, so and so forth. So okay, I can create a logo for it. So let me use Windows D and let me create one logo for it quickly. It will not take much time. We will create this entire travel agent, alpha agent, which will give me precise insights on what should I do this weekend. Let me click on this. ALPHA alpha. Then I want image for this. This is my image. I will download this. Save image as. I will call this is a PNG, ALPHA dot PNG, and it is in download. Okay, fair enough. Let me come here and go to my agent, then change icon, alpha png is here, click it, save. My alpha agent is ready. So now I want to describe, right? So what I will do, I want to create it. Well, your request is completed, alpha weekend traveler agent. Let me do this description. For that description, what I will do is, I will use, for time being, I will use ChatGPT to give me description, or I can type it y2. So I will edit this, go here, agent to give information on traveling over a weekend near places in Bengaluru. This is the entire intent. Agent to give information, detailed information, on traveling over the weekend near places in Bengaluru. Okay. General instruction, use any available public websites. Okay. So now I'm giving an instruction here, but you can actually give a knowledge. How you want to add a knowledge? For that, let me use ChatGPT here and find what are the public. See, the moment you give a proprietary website, it will not show because you will not have access to those. So give me public websites for Karnataka tourism. Give me public websites for getting information on Karnataka tourism. Okay. So I'm trying to add knowledge to that agent. Karnataka official site. Okay, let me click on this. Karnataka tourism. Okay. So what I will do is I will add Karnataka tourism website to my agent. So whatever information, add knowledge. I'm adding a knowledge wherein I am giving websites karnatakatourism.org. See, any org is a public website. Okay. I'll only search. Let's see. Add knowledge. Karnataka tourism. Okay. No, first we have to create a website and then show it here. That's fine. That's okay. But you can always add Karnataka tourism. Okay, you can always add knowledge. From example, enable your agent. Oh, it is disabled. Oh my God. So now let me add it. Okay, now let's say Karnataka tourism. Okay, fair enough, no problem. We will add knowledge later. So for now, all this is done. You can add trigger, you can add multiple agents, goodbye, messages, whatever it is. Now I will publish this. Okay. So now I'm publishing this agent, which says it's Alpha Weekend Traveler agent, right? So let me add it. Let me publish this. Okay. This is published. Let me test this. Okay. So for time being, save this, everything. Okay. Enabled. Thing enabled. Okay. Your request is completed. Then again, you publish this. Please understand, this agentic AI which we have created is a text assistant. It will not give you images and all that. For now, this is the limitation, but going forward, as and when more agents are getting created, we'll have access to images, videos, and all that. So now let's go to Om. I created something called Alpha Weekend Traveler Agent. Okay, this is on Microsoft Copilot Studio. Let me click on this. So now let's plan for this weekend. So uh, this is a personal assistant, personal agent for your weekend traveler. Give me suggestions to go near to Anekal. Suggestion weekend. I will not use the word weekend only. Suggestion to go near places to Anekal. Or I will say, yeah, let's see what it says. Give me suggestion to go near places to Anekal. Let's see what the answer it says. It has to give me a guide for my weekend. Okay, here are the results. Okay, so here are some notable places to visit near Anekal. Oh, I never knew that there is an Anekal Fort. The best time to visit Anekal Fort is between October and March when the weather is cool and pleasant. This period is ideal for outdoor activities. I never knew that there is a Anekal Fort. So this is a great exploration. Then scenic hills and natural beauty. The area around Anekal is this thing, urban district of Anekal, all of that. Okay, so now it is asking you, you want to experience the beauty or the places to visit near Anekal or the best thing to do in Anekal. Okay, this is where agents come into picture. I want to know what are the best things to do in Anekal. Let me click on this. Okay, it is taking me to this entire website of culture trip. Are you understanding? Based on my one single prompt, which is what to do or suggestions near Anekal. So it will not only, like for example, Anekal Fort. I never knew this, so this is a surprise for me. Now experience the beauty. It will take you through the, and this is real time. This is what, download the webcam companion free tools for your recent post. Experience the beauty of Anekal 10 best tourist places. Oh my God, Chikkanna temple is there. Anekal Fort. Oh, this is Anekal Fort. Huh? This is Red Fort. Anyway, Banerghatta National Park is there. Anjaneya temple is there. Timmaraya Swami temple is there. Anekal Lake is there. Oh my God. So, so this is where your agent comes into picture. Okay. So what did we do? We created a personal alpha weekend traveler agent and we used Google Studio, and I never did a single code. At least for Gemini chatbot, I used the code which was created by uh, Gemini. However, here this is zero, no code or low code application interface, and because of which I created Alpha Weekend Traveler agent for you. So with this, what did we achieve? So we achieved, let me sum up for you. We understood what's the difference between AI, agentic AI, and how generative AI plays a role here. And I gave a clear demo on how you can create your own chatbot and you can extract information, or simply you go to any open source LLMs, you can do it. But nowadays everything comes at a price. But if you want your own customized personal assistant, you can create your own. For example, my passion is traveling over the weekend, hence I created Alpha Weekend Traveler Agent. But if your passion is photography, you can create your own photography agent. If your passion is around stock trading, then you can have your own agent which will guide you. Like for example, if individually you want to search what happened in BSC yesterday or last 6 months, 1 year, it takes at least 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, whatever it is. But in a single click, you will get all that precise information for your decision making. That is what the benefit of leveraging the emerging technologies. That is what every business is doing. Now, it is not that what you know, it is about how you leverage what is available. So, with that case, I want to end this demo session. I'm very sure you had a very enriching experience of this demo on AI, ML, and agentic AI. And if you want to do further practice on it, you can always enroll yourself in Copilot Studio. For all the students of Alliance, you get A3 license free for as long as you are enabled as a register in Alliance, and you can try your agents, create it, use it, and make your own personal agentic AI for yourself. So with this, I want to wrap up, and I wish you all the best in your continued learning in Alliance. Thank you. Stop recording.